Danielle Shaquan McGee. I graduated with my bachelor's of business administration in 2021. Going back to school with 5 kids was a big commitment I had to be willing to make. I do think the older ones really understood what I was trying to do, and I'm very open with my kids. So we did have a conversation before I decided that I was going to take this big step and how much I needed their support. When I came to Martin, it was like everything was perfect. Working around my job schedule, the drop-in center that helped with the kids, the faculty pushed you and encouraged you. The reason I chose Martin was because of the drop-in center, the smaller class sizes, the support of the staff, being in an environment with people who are going through the same things I was going through, and just us help pushing each other. For too long, Martin University has been Indiana's best kept secret, and I'm on a mission to change that.
Welcome to Let's Talk Live with Martin U, the live podcast bringing much needed conversations to the table within the community. Let's Talk Live with Martin U is an exciting, reverent, and educational podcast that digs deep into all current topics, community involvement, and stories of our alumni success that only Martin University can deliver. I am Anita King, and joining me today is Indiana Black Chamber of Commerce Vice Chair Anita Williams. Thank you for joining me today.
Hello, Antia. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm well.
Nice. Now, I will say beforehand, I don't think anyone else knows, but my name is Auntie and her name is Anita. And I was telling her how everybody confuses and says my name is Anita. So I never really get to talk to somebody whose name is actually Anita because I get accused of being that name all the time. But thank you so much for joining us. I just want to dig a little deep into what you do, what you present, the type of person that you are, and where you come from. So, to get us started, can you give us a little background of your career and your professionalism?
Sure. I was born and raised here in Indianapolis. I spent a few years in Iowa working for the Department of Economic Development, and then I returned to Indianapolis. On my return to Indianapolis, my son and I decided to start a security company, Raleigh Security, and we've been doing that since 2013. In 2015, we saw that there was no Black Chamber of Commerce. And we also realized that with small businesses, you need someone to help you connect, help you walk through this process of being an entrepreneur and just understanding the lay of the land. So in 2015, we launched the Indy Black Chamber of Commerce. My son, Larry Williams, serves as the CEO, and I am the board chair.
How does one become a member of Indy Black Commerce? Because I was on the
Uh,
website and it shows like application and things like that. How does one, do that process? What does that look like for somebody that does have a small business and wants to do it the right way?
if you have a small business, you can join the chamber by going to our website, as you suggested. The application is on the website, and you can pay through the website by credit card or mail us a check or come down here and visit us. We're at 202 East Market Street. We are right next door to the city market or right across the street from the city county building. Now, a chamber of commerce is where like minded people come together for economic enhancement, and that's any chamber of commerce. The fact that we're a Black chamber of commerce means that is our focus. We're not solely working with Black entrepreneurs, but our focus is to enhance economic development with Black entrepreneurs. So, becoming a member, some of the benefits we have grants at times that are only for members, loans that can only be for our members at times. We have resources here, such as a co working space located at the 202 East Market Street. So, anyone that needs a physical address that doesn't already have one with internet and anything else that goes with a co working space, we have that here at a discounted rate for all of our members. We do a spotlight for our members where once a month we go out and meet the owners. If you have a brick and mortar, we'll come out to your place. We invite the membership. That way, the membership gets to meet the owner and feel a part of the community, the business, and understanding the business better. Then they become marketers for your business through word of mouth marketing. So, we also do a Friday group every month. The last Friday of every month, we have a Friday group. Our Friday group meetings bring different organizations and activities that we don't feel the community knows enough about, and they can explain it more so we know what contracts are available, such as IU as they are growing and developing. We've had them come in and explain to us everything that they're doing and the kind of suppliers that they're looking for. We've been working with 16 Tech as they're growing over here on the west side of Indianapolis, and they're telling us the types of vendors that they're looking for. We also have people that come in that are always looking to hire. So there are a lot of benefits to being part of this network of a Black Chamber.
Nice. With the Indie Black Chamber, it's known for building partnerships, like you said, and providing educational opportunities for businesses to learn more about legislative procedures. Can you share with us like a small portion of what that looks like or the tools that they would gain within the Black Chamber of Commerce?
Sure. One thing we do annually is our lunch with the legislators. And lunch with the legislators is going to the state house. And as we have all of our members there, we have whatever representatives are available that day to come and talk to us about what they're working on, what we can expect for the rest of the year. Too often, we have people at the state house who represent us. We voted them in, but we don't always know what they do from day to day. And as a business owner, if you had an employee and you don't know what they do and you're still paying them, that's a problem. Your business will not do well. So we understand that as we have people representing us, we need to get to know them. They need to get to know us. We need to know what they're working on every year. What should we expect? What can we do as constituents to make sure that our voice is heard or that we can assist them in moving a project forward? So the other thing we do, we have a monthly conversation around our political involvement. And we have Democrats and Republicans that come in and have political conversations about what's going on and how we can grow our community to be more involved in politics. We do that the first Thursday of every month. So, anyone that would like to be involved in those conversations or take action at the end of each um, conversation, we there is an action put out for people to move forward. To just talk about it doesn't do enough. There needs to be a challenge for you to take action in this political arena.
Exactly. With you being vice chair since 2015, can you share with us the growth that you've witnessed? Because it doesn't all look the same on the outside looking in, but you've been here from the very beginning. And how did it start to where it's at now? You've mentioned the lunch with the legislatives. Has that always been a thing? If not, what did you guys used to do? And how did that become something? Like what all have you risked or taken chances with to get you guys to where you are today?
Until everything we've done has been a chance. Nothing had been done previously. So we started fresh, we started anew, wanting to make sure that number one, we're information resource. And we wanted to make sure that we knew where all of the resources were to help our small businesses. Financing, having enough capital is always paramount in the small business owner's mind. So the first thing we did was try to see what banks would partner with us, who would share information. So We found a lot of partnering banks. We started with banking literacy, being able to do taxes. And we found that a lot of the laws around how they decide who gets money, it was a political decision. So that's why we started Lunch with the Legislators. So from there, we've also been able to give people loans. We've gone to different banks, and we've gone from not having any membership when we first started to having over 350 members. And these members are active, they pay to be members. We have a board of about 18 members. And we've taken this information and gone out and told banks, here's our membership. We need for you to be accessible to our membership. Lake City Bank was the first one to say, we love the idea, we'll partner with you. Lake City Bank came alongside us. We developed a 10-week curriculum course. Lake City Bank offered everyone that went through that very first course. We had 40 people. Lake City offered them a $5,000 loan, no credit check. So that was our first monumental step. The next one is opening a co working space. There hadn't been a Black run co working space ever. So that was a big step. Especially, we did this one during the pandemic, as most small businesses and our Black businesses are micro businesses. So it was hard for them to stay open. Where we are located, there is enough airspace, air quality, and personal protection equipment here that people could still have their meetings and not have to shut down their businesses. So, us being here to keep people open during the pandemic, that was a big step. Cummins came alongside after 2021 when they knew small business was struggling in 2020, and they gave us $850,000 to give out to our members in grants. So we've done a lot.
About how what type of toll the pandemic took, especially with small businesses, Black owners, Black businesses. Did you see any type of more traction as people wanted to sign up to become members during that time of the pandemic so they could gain more knowledge and intel? Did it decline? How was that during the, toughest times in the middle of the pandemic? Because I know so
Toughest
many
times
businesses closed.
we had quite a few phone calls, emails, people wanting more information. Although a lot of businesses closed, when people were able to stay home, a lot of new businesses were generated. So people saw new opportunities to open up business. Food industry, it took a hit, but more food trucks started, more delivery. I mean, everything changed, pivoted from mobile, making more things mobile, a mobile notary service. Um, I have found more coffee shops, just small things that happen so you can keep running your business or starting. The start of the new businesses was just amazing. People were not afraid to try new things because many people were laid off from their jobs changed quite a bit, or didn't want to go back to the office. So having your own business really makes a lot of sense, and we were there to help them, to give them guidance, help them with classes. The other thing I'd like to tell you about is during the pandemic, a lot of vendors left the city market. We asked the city market for 5 spots to take 5 caterers and help them open up restaurants. So Bank of America has given us money to buy equipment so that these caterers can now work in the space at the city market and see if they ever want to launch a huge restaurant. So that launched last week. Call it Soul of the City here at the City Market. We'd love for people to come and visit these new vendors, make sure they stay in business.
And is this just for cooking? Is there anything else around there that people are doing right now at the city market from Black commerce?
For us, it's just the launch of these cooking vendors. We'll we'll see how this goes before we put our foot into opening up other stores. But right now, just for the restaurant business.
Nice. So you may have answered it, but I don't know if it was answered in its entirety of what I was going to ask you. But with the pre-COVID and how you were able to secure so many, loans and grants for small businesses, minority business owners since the pandemic, how has that task been with receiving loans? Has it increased since the pandemic or has it decreased because so many places are closing or starting to reopen?
Do you mean if did more people ask for the loan
Right.
during the pandemic? Oh
Mm-hmm.
yes. Uh, our first survey we did, we asked people if you had the amount of money that you needed to stay in business to be secure, how much would you need? And so totally, it was at 1.5 million. Now we didn't have those kind of funds, but it was interesting to see that at 1.5 million, most of our members would have been able to stay in business comfortably. We did lose probably about 5% of our businesses during the pandemic, which was nothing like what we saw nationally, which was closer to 30%. But a lot of our people were able to stay in business. They were able to make it around everything that happened during the pandemic.
Nice. And what are your goals finishing out this stretch of 2022? Do you have any for small business owners? What would you like to see? What would the growth be? What are your goals, your personal goals for Indy Black Chamber of Commerce?
Our personal goals are just to help people scale within 5 years, that they have the financing that they need, they have the employees that they desire, and that we move far beyond businesses staying on a small level and making sure our businesses grow to over $1 million here in Indianapolis. I want people to be able to point out the Black businesses all around the city and have the confidence that they need to say, this business is strong. They're financially strong. They're a great company to work for. We know they'll have longevity because of the support they get from the chamber, from the city, and from the community.
And are there any events that you would like for people to come to? I know that you mentioned the city market. Is there anywhere else that you would like people and get traction towards for people that are small business owners if they're interested in, joining and becoming a member? Is there anything coming up that you would love to see the community partake in?
On August the 22nd, we'll start an online class for 4 weeks. Are you ready to own a business? And I don't think we all ask ourselves that before we decide to start a business. So this will be on Zoom. And the next class that will start will be in September, our 10-week course. And this will be in person here at 202 East Market. We also have our awards event coming up on Sunday, August the 21st. So we still have a lot of activity. And please go to our website. We also have Verizon classes to help people with digital marketing, because we know that there is a big digital divide within the Black community.
Nice. And how can one contact you or anybody else within the board? I know that you mentioned the website. Is there a phone number that somebody can call? Is You can say the address again for people to be in person if that's more comfortable for them. How can people reach you within the community?
They can reach us at 833 463 4343. And we're at 202 East Market Street. Our website is www.indybcc.org. We're at 202 East Market Street. We're here Monday through Friday. And give us a call. Come visit the co working space. We'd love for you to just stop in.
Now, with the membership, there is a fee to join. Is this an annual fee? How does this work? And I know a lot of times people see it's a fee. Well, what am I getting? What do I get from this? They understand that they receive the tools, but idealistically, what you're allowed to share with me about the membership. What can someone expect to receive? What knowledge, what tools, what skills would they be able to grow and take with them by joining this membership?
By joining the Indy Black Chamber, it's $200 a year. And for that, you get the connectivity, connecting with other businesses, being able to partner, understanding certification, whether you need to be certified for the city, the state, federal certification, helping with certification, finding CPAs if you need a CPA, why you would need a CPA, attorneys if you need business attorneys, they are a part of this organization as well. The loans that we give out are only for people who are members of the Indy Black Chamber. We have grants. We are giving out money today from IKEA, and again, those are for members of the Indy Black Chamber of Commerce. So it's important. Membership has its privileges. So we're asking people to come and join, not just for the benefits of the membership, but the benefit of part of and supporting the Indy Black Chamber of Commerce. Sometimes when people are business owners, they don't understand that a Chamber of Commerce is necessary and it is a great resource. Our businesses don't quite understand that, and at $200, that is just a very small investment in their time and growing their business.
I agree. What is something, I know you mentioned what your goal would be at the end of 2022. You would like to reach $1 million. What would you like to see come the 10-year anniversary of this organization? Where would you like to see it? How would you like to see it grow?
The growth is in the businesses, those who are members here. Our growth looks great as long as the rest of them grow. Geico Insurance, we have the the top black salesperson in Geico belongs to the Indy Black Chamber of Commerce, and he attributes being number one in the state and two in the nation to being part of the Indy Black Chamber of Commerce. So as we watch people grow and they can say that the Black Chamber assisted them, that's what we want to see. Again, in 10 years, just more businesses that we can point to, that when people come to the city, they can say, we can see how strong the Black business community is here in Indianapolis, because that's a drawing point for people when they see the diversity, when they see the support. So as we grow, the city becomes stronger. And so that's what we look forward to, is to be able to see the reflection of ourselves in other businesses.
Would you guys like to partner or work with any other cities around us, like Cincinnati, Louisville, Detroit, Chicago? Would you guys see that in your future of, communicating and networking like that to expand Indy's businesses?
We are already a member of the U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce. So that makes our network much larger. And we attend their conferences annually and bring back all the ideas that they have. And even trying to create a Black bank, which is very challenging, but hopefully that will be done within the next 5 to 10 years.
That sounds bomb. So I just want to thank you so much for joining us today and just sharing a little bit about what you do, your organization, how far you want it to grow, and how somebody can join you. So that's all that I have for you guys. Again, thank you so much for joining Let's Talk Live. With Martin U, this is Miss Anita Williams, chair of the Indy Chamber of Commerce, and I'm your guest host, Auntie King, and I will see you same place, same time next week.
Danielle Shaquan McGee. I graduated with my bachelor's of business administration in 2021. Going back to school with 5 kids was a big commitment I had to be willing to make. I do think the older ones really understood what I was trying to do, and I'm very open with my kids. So we did have a conversation before I decided that I was going to take this big step and how much I needed their support. When I came to Martin, it was like everything was perfect. Working around my job schedule, the drop-in center that helped with the kids, the faculty pushed you and encouraged you. The reason I chose Martin was because of the drop-in center, the smaller class sizes, the support of the staff, being in an environment with people who are going through the same things I was going through, and just us help pushing each other. For too long, Martin University has been Indiana's best kept secret, and I'm on a mission to change that.